In response!
Hello and welcome to the day.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joel. Welcome back to another episode of Jake
and Joel are Magic!
This isn't a Friday episode. It's a special episode. We are going to predict what we think will be in Masters 25.
Yes, this is going to be an excellent episode. There's just going to be a lot of predictions. There's going to be baseless speculation. It's going to be amazing.
We've got so much to cover. Let's just get right into it. Roll the titles!
Roll a title.
As we crack right into it, I want to tell you, we have got 10 Mythics, we've got 10 Rares, we've got 5 Uncommons, and 5 Commons. To me, that equals 30. What we're going to do, to me and most people that do math,
right?
Guess like mathematicians.
No, it's 30 cards.
It's definitely 30.
10, 10, 5, 5.
What we're going to do is predict 30 cards that we think are going to be in Masters 25. And then, once the full spoiler is out, we're going to shoot another episode, and we're going to grade ourselves.
Yeah, we're going to see how we did.
Yeah, right? I think that'll be fun.
It's going to be fun. It's, you know, before we get into this list, we got a couple things to talk about, but
definitely,
we're going to have a great day today, so just go ahead and
be a great day. We're already
buckle your
promising
seat.
Yeah.
Find a buckle.
Make sure it's a buckle that comes from your hips up to your chest and then over your shoulders and to
one
the
of those
initial buckle.
If you don't have that installed in your couch, and you know how to get it installed to your couch, please contact me specifically.
Because we need to transfer that information to everybody else.
Yes. And I would love to have a way to get, strapped into my seat and it's like a roller coaster.
Right. Before we get going today, we got a couple of quick points. So far, as of time of filming on this episode, we've had 4 cards spoiled. Jace, the Mind Sculptor. That was good. That person was pumped about Jace. They said, Jace, the Mind Sculptor. Jace, the Mind Sculptor. Azusa, Lost But Seeking. Phyrexian Obliterator. And we think Murder. We're pretty sure Murder as of today, we think.
Now, what do all of these cards have in common?
What do they have in common, Jake?
They are all modern playable cards.
Ah, they're all modern legal cards.
Yes. Now let's look at the most successful Masters sets. We have Modern Masters 2013.
Yep.
Modern Masters 17.
I was going to say Modern Masters 17.
These are like Modern Masters 17 gave us the fetch lands.
Right.
Like if you look at Eternal Masters, if you look at Iconic Masters, it was an Eternal miss and an Iconic miss.
Oh.
And so, until Jace got unbanned, Eternal Masters was just like one of those sets where you could buy the box for $150.
Exactly.
So I think Wizards, and they will always claim, we do not know anything about this secondary market price. Modern is an extremely cool open format, and that's what players really want to play.
Of that to say,
yes,
we really think the sets that they want to be successful as far as the master sets are going to be very modern based.
Yes, I think that you're going to notice most of our predictions today are modern cards.
Yes.
And
yeah, right?
Pretty much all of them.
We know that there are going to be older cards mixed into this set because it does still need to represent the 25th anniversary of the game. We get that. All 30 of our specs today are going to be modern legal cards.
Yes, aside from one card, but
right.
we'll get to it.
So, we'll see. So here's how the 30 is going to break down. We're going to go 5 commons, 5 uncommons, 10 rares, and 10 mythics, because we all know you want to stick around and see what those money cards are going to be. Let's go ahead and crack into the commons. Our top 5 picks for commons that are going to be in Masters 25.
The card that I really think is going to be the number 1 common most likely to appear in this set is going to be Street Wraith. This is it's a $8 to $10 common. It's used in a bunch of different decks. It's just time. It's time for a reprint.
Right after that, I'm pretty sure Ancient Stirrings is going to see a reprint in M25 simply because it's only been printed once and it pops up in like every Tron deck that exists.
Simian Spirit Guide. This card, it's just...
Red Ape!
It's
Red Ape!
It's time. It's just time. This card, people want to play with it and they don't want to spend, $30 on a playset of commons.
Yep. After that, I really think we're going to see Manamorphose. It's used in Storm, it cantrips, it draws, it gives you more mana for your storming. It's going to come back, homies.
And number 5, Spreading Seas. This is just, it's a card
Spreading Seas.
It's played in control.
Yeah, I use this in a Zendikar. Back in Zendikar, I use this in a blue-white control deck.
It's because it's an excellent card.
Yeah.
We have a lot of spicy lands in Modern, or we have a lot of spicy lands in multiple formats.
Right.
And Spreading Seas is one of those cards that gets rid of those, and it also holds like a $3 price point, so it's just time.
And
it's
it could
time
be
to come
cool
back.
to see like new art for it too.
Dude, new
Wide
art,
open as far as art goes.
Yeah, no idea on what's going to get reprinted with new art, but Spreading Seas is really cool. It disrupts your opponent's land base, and it would be tight to get those foils.
Yep. Okay, so those are the commons. Let's move to the 5 uncommons we think we're going to see in M25. Top uncommon I think we're going to see, homies. I think Lightning Bolt is coming back. This is the card that makes me happy to be a Magic player. It is my favorite card ever printed. You can't really say that it's your favorite card anymore because you're never going to see it printed again. And that's really my main point.
In a standard set?
Right.
Like, no way.
When are we going to ever see this card printed again?
You have to put it in Master Sets.
Ever. My last prediction is that we were going to see it in either Amonkhet or Hour of Devastation as a masterpiece. So, or not a masterpiece.
Dude, I could see it in Dominaria. That would be so
that would be sick. But I
know.
really think we're going to see it in M25 because the time is nigh and everybody would be super hyped for Lightning Bolt to return.
If we do not see it, I will like poop in my hand and rub it in my hair.
All right, so on our grading episode, look forward to Jake pooping in his hand and rubbing it in his hair if Lightning Bolt is not reprinted.
Second uncommon, Kitchen Finks.
Kitchen sinks?
Kitchen sucks! No, Kitchen Finks is one of those cards. It's annoying. It's like a modern staple. It's a $10 uncommon. It was printed in Modern Masters original 2013. And it needs a reprint because people want to play it and it's too expensive. And
honestly, I would take new art for this one too. I think that would be pretty sweet.
That would be sweet.
After that, I think we're going to see Skull Clamp again. Skull Clamp it's everywhere. It's in Commander. It's banned in like a ton of stuff. It's a fantastic, fun card. It would be awesome in M25 Limited. It would be awesome if we get some new art for it. I think I'm just going to beat that drum over and over again. It'd be awesome if we see new art for all this stuff.
Like, Skull Clamp fits into the theme of the 25th anniversary because this was one of the first times where Wizards goes, what did we do?
Artifacts are too powerful.
We have to ban this.
Artifacts are too powerful.
Because that format became, you're playing Skull Clamp or your entire sideboard is tuned to beat Skull Clamp.
Right, exactly.
So I think this would be really fun to bring into a limited format. I think this set's going to have heavy artifacts.
Yeah.
So there's probably going to be a lot of artifact hate to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But it's just such a cool, iconic card. At the number 4 spot, Noxious Revival. It's like a $5 uncommon.
We already saw Phyrexian Obliterator. We already talked about that. I think we could see them go kind of tongue-in-cheek. Haha, Phyrexian Manor, right? That was a dumb idea, right? That really broke some stuff.
Yeah, like maybe to give us Gitaxian Pro.
Yeah, I mean, why not, with this set, go tongue-in-cheek? Poke some fun at yourself. Wizards has, over the last 2 years, if not the last 25 years of the game, realized that nothing they can ever do will please everybody, and there's always going to be complainers. So why not use this set to be like, Phyrexian Manor, right?
Yeah.
Phyrexian Manor was dumb.
Like,
it seemed cool. And we were all super excited about it. You were too. But then it kind of broke the game. Whoops.
There's like some fun Phyrexian cards like Gutshot and
bring it back.
Marrow Shards and stuff like that.
We just saw in Unstable that a ridiculous set with some control can work. Why not toss in Phyrexian Mana M to M25, Noxious Revival? Chromatic Star is our 5th pick for Uncommon. Lantern just took down Pro Tour. It's in that deck. It's a cantrip. It gives you mana. It gives you a card.
It was in Eggs, which is another popular deck.
Right. I think that we could see this one again.
I think it's time. It's just time for this card to be reprinted.
Yeah.
It's like...
maybe some new art.
Get those foils out there, man. That's what players want. They want to get those foils.
Oh, yeah. Shiny.
You want to know the rares? We've got the information.
Jung jung.
You want to assimilate it?
Jung jung jung.
Here it is.
Jung 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 jung.
The rares. Number 1. Noble Hierarch.
Noble Hierarch is one of Jake's favorite cards, maybe ever printed.
It was in Bant, which was the first deck I ever played when I was learning the game.
Right. He was really into Rafik when we first started playing.
Which makes zero sense. 3-color deck. What was I freaking doing, man?
But it seemed cool, and you love Noble Hierarch.
Yeah. Noble Hierarch is in Humans. It's in countless other Modern decks. It's played in Legacy even. It's just... It holds like a $65 price point for the non-foil.
Right.
And it's just time to reprint it.
It really is.
People need it. Put it out there. If Wizards is smart this year, they're just going to give us everything. We think this set is going to be lit.
I think we're going to get a point in our grading for Noble Hierarch. Secondly, Crucible of Worlds. What is there to say about Crucible of Worlds besides it's expensive? It's in so many things.
They gave it to us as a masterpiece.
Right.
Later, like when it was like $60 and people are like, well, that would be a fun card. It's like a house in EDH.
Right.
People need it for Modern. They don't want to spend all that money on it, so oftentimes it gets left out. Bring it back so people can start, theory crafting around it.
Definitely.
Oh, man. Another card. Chalice of the Void, number 3. This card is just... It's played in Modern. It's a huge card. It's played in Tron. It shuts so many decks down. It's one of those cards that people... they want it. They want Chalice for their sideboard, but it's like $80.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, maybe it'll get reprinted. Well, do it.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Now's the time. You want to drive down the price of Modern and get more people into it?
Yes.
Follow our lead, Wizards.
Chalice. I think they're going to do it. That's why it's in the prediction number 3, Chalice of the Void.
At number 4, Ensnaring Bridge. One of my first sets I ever played was 7th edition. And this card was in 7th edition. I remember getting it and going, that's lame. Why wouldn't you want creatures to attack? Nowadays, it's all the rage. Ensnaring Bridge, I think it's a good time for this card to be reprinted. It just was in the winning Modern deck. We just did have a masterpiece of it last year, but a regular release of it would be sweet.
Yeah.
Ensnaring Bridge.
It's a $40 card, man.
Right.
So it's just like...
Let's get it going.
Yeah, I think there's, as we already mentioned, there's going to be a lot of artifact hate,
yeah.
But there's going to be a lot of artifacts in the set.
Right.
So I think, Ensnaring Bridge, it might get Vandal Blasted, it might get Shattering Screed. We'll see what they put in the set.
Yeah, but it's a classic card.
Yes.
And this set should be that. A modern, pointed, classic set.
So a few years back, we got Leyline of Sanctity. We're thinking this year it's going to be Leyline of the Void.
Of the Void!
This is a card that's like $20. This is going to be one of our like middling, rares.
But mid-range rare.
It's a rare that we need a reprint of. It was in Guild Pact. It was in, I think, Magic 10 Core Edition or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's just one of those cards where there's a lot of graveyard decks, and Leyline of the Void is one of the few options to shut those down.
That's really the biggest point to me, is how few options are really good and are going to make it into sideboards. And so I think it's nigh that this card will be reprinted. Number 6, Oracle of Moldiah.
Please, dear God.
Guys, this card... I played
like,
early on in the game.
Why hasn't this been reprinted yet?
And I took a big break, and when we started playing together and he was introduced to the game, Zendikar was the set. This card was released then. It has been with us for the entirety of our history with the game.
As far as EDH goes?
I'm telling you, it follows you everywhere. You can't play an EDH deck without the green player going, Oracle of Moldiah. And you're like, okay, God.
It's so true.
Can anybody kill that? And everybody's like, I don't want to waste a removal spell.
Yes, that's
like,
always...
You need to, though.
That's the song.
Because that is the trap, is I don't want to waste a removal spell on it, but it ends up screwing us all over. Oracle Moldiah is due for a reprint. I'm going to bang this drum one more time and say some new art would be pretty sweet.
Yes.
But Oracle of Moldiah, I think we are going to see.
So we haven't got to the Mythix yet, but we know Jace Mind Sculptor is going to be a big
He back.
Card. I think there's going to be Planeswalkers in this set, and for that reason, I think we're going to see Dreadbore.
Yep.
Dreadbore was printed originally in Return Ravnica. It later got printed in Commander, but who wants to buy a bunch of Commander decks to try to collect their Dreadbores?
No, and speaking of Commander, we have had some news about Commander 2018, the 4 deck release this time around.
Yeah.
on the product page, I don't know if it was an accident or not, but they said, unleash your favorite planeswalkers to command your decks. So we know that this year they're going to be revisiting the history, and I really think they're going to be hitting the planeswalker theme hard.
Yeah. And I think, you know, in addition to Jace, we're going to get into some other spicy walkers. This is a perfect opportunity to reprint Dreadbore.
Yep.
It's a card that's also seen a big resurgence in the black-red decks in Modern.
Right.
So it's probably going to pop up.
We'll see it. Dreadbore. As our number 8 rare, guys, Meddling Mage is coming back on the scene. We know it. We feel it. We think it's going to happen. Chris Picula, not really sure how to pronounce that. This was one of the first cards that was created by an invitational winner, such also like Shadow Mage Infiltrator,
Dark Confidant.
Dark Confidant, Snapcaster Mage. These cards are kind of iconic to the history of Magic. Also, Meddling Mage is kind of iconic to the Humans deck in Modern. Notice that theme is just going to continuously repeat itself over the course of this video.
Yes.
Meddling Mage would be a great reprint. I think that just like we had Snapcaster Mage get some new art recently, also going to bang the new art drum and say Meddling Mage.
Bring us the new art drum.
Right, exactly. That's all I really want to see. But Meddling Mage would be an excellent choice for a new rare.
Coming in at number 9, Celestial Colonnade, and also its buddy, Creeping Tar Pit at number 10.
We've talked about Zendikar a lot.
We have
this rare cycle that we're predicting for our 10. But these two cards, again, have followed us our entire playing careers.
Yeah. Now, Celestial Colonnade, it's one of those cards that you have to have if you're playing blue-white control in Modern.
Creeping Tar Pit was one of these staples must-have for blue-black control.
Yeah.
And still is.
The whole point of these decks is to counter, remove board wipe, then animate your land and get in with the 3/2 unblockable at the end. Or a 4/4 Vigiflyer.
3.
So,
3.
like, we may not get Lava Claw Reachers. Hell, maybe they do give us the whole
Yeah, we might see
set.
the cycle, but I think it's more likely that we get Celestial Colonnade and Creeping Tar Pit. I think it's less likely with this set that they do go, well, it's a cycle, let's print all of them regardless of how good or bad they are.
Yeah.
Simply because it's a historical set, and they want to really highlight the best stuff.
Now you may be saying, Jake and Joel, what is this? Those were your 10 rare predictions? Where are the fetch lands?
Oops.
Guys, that may happen if Wizards really wants this set to be insane.
Right. I mean, they already know that they're going to sell the set because they were like, Chase the Mind Sculptor's in it, guys. And everybody's like, pre-order time.
And he's unbanned, so go crazy.
Exactly.
But Scalding Tarn is now a $70 card.
Right.
Verdant Catacombs is a $50 card. They may decide, let's just reprint the enemy fetches.
Right.
Let's open up the format even more.
2017 Modern Masters. Nobody was hyped on this. We need to look to history for this. Modern Masters 2017, everybody was like, well, this is going to be the first Master set that is the lame one, and nobody's going to buy it. Preview week happened. Fetches happened.
Lily happened.
Freak out time ensued. And to my knowledge, it's one of the best selling and best played and most just best Modern Masters sets that has happened. I can still from here see the empty booster box that we opened on the channel. I sat it up on a shelf and it's just been sitting there ever since.
It's such a great set, and fetch lands are a way to sell product, and Wizards knows this. So it didn't pop up in our top 10, but it's definitely on our radar.
Yeah, it's a possibility. If they want to sell this set, fetch lands are the way to go. All right, everybody, we have gotten past the commons, past the uncommons, past the rares. We are to the Mythix slot. This is where the money is. This is where the champions live. Let's get right into it.
Now, every year they do this. They give us Entreat the Angels, or they give us Bonfire of the Damned, or God forbid that frickin' Comet Storm, man. Who wants to open Comet Storm?
I'm going to jump off of a Celestial Colonnade if they give us those kind of mythics in this set.
Or Channel! Like, what were they thinking?
Look, we really think, our prediction is that this set is going to be lit.
Yes.
I really am in the opinion that this set is going to dab on all of us. Now, you might be going, Jake and Joel, you're being real optimistic. You're never this optimistic. Take that for what you will.
Wizards knows that Modern is their lifeblood. That's where their players are. People are bored of Standard.
The signs are pointing towards awesome, okay?
Yes.
Modern Masters 2017, they saw that they succeeded. Modern, reintroduced to the Pro Tour, they saw that they succeeded. Why not just like...
Now, we're not saying Wizards isn't afraid to piss people off. They don't.
Oh,
they don't
done
care.
that.
They
done
do
that.
it. They do it. They may just give us a bunch of jank again, but there's a chance that they go, "Hey, let's give them something to talk about." Holy shit! They didn't put any crappy Mythics in it. I can go more unaudible than that.
I can go more unaudible than that.
Can you?
Also change
God, they're just sitting there going, just get to it.
Yeah, seriously, like,
They're
just
like,
tell us
get
the
to
Mythics.
it. Get to the Mythics.
Fuck, dude.
All right.
So what we're going to do is tease you even more. We're going to do the low-end Mythics, and then we're going to do the high-end Mythics that we think are going to have all the value.
Joel didn't want to do this, but the honorable mention is Snapcaster Mage.
Guys, why would they print Snapcaster Mage again? But cool if they do. Let's
They
do
did
it.
Tarmogoyf 3 Masters sets in a row. You never know what
Honorable
they're going to do.
mention over Snapcaster Mage maybe.
Tamio the Moon Sage, this is mostly an EDH card, but
She's into books.
it hasn't been reprinted in a long time. It's a cool little low-end mythic that no one's going to be upset to open.
Also fits in with our theme of Planeswalkers, Planeswalkers, Planeswalkers for this year.
Dreadbore.
Yep. Tamio maybe coming back. Number 9, Batterskull. Guys, let's continue the conversation about cards that have followed us throughout our entire play career. The set where we reintroduced ourselves to the game was Zendikar, like I said, but Scars of Mirrodin was where we really started digging in. Okay, Batterskull...
It's just very good.
Right, it's so good. It's one of those cards where they were like, shit, artifacts.
And we've already said this set would probably have a lot of artifacts, and there will
Right.
probably be a lot of artifact hate.
Plus, I mean, it's used in EDH.
Dude, it's a great
I'm telling
EDH
you,
card. It's a
you
great
wanna
modern
sell
card.
sets, just print these cards. Wizards print these cards.
In Batterskull, it's not... It's awesome because it's one of those mythics that isn't super valuable.
Right.
It's a wonderful limited card.
Exactly.
And no one's going to be pissed off.
Exactly.
To see it.
It's not going to be a miss like Common Storm or any of that stupid shit.
At number 8, Garruk Wild Speaker.
He headlined an entire set. I'll just put that out there.
It fits into the theme of 25th anniversary.
Right. 25th anniversary theme, Planeswalker theme that we think is going to happen. And honestly, it's a character that the players have been talking about for a while. Where the fuck did Garruk go? Seriously, he was the art for an entire set. And then he was just like,
Yeah, it's one of those cards, again, it's not super valuable. It's a great EDH card.
But
it's
if
a
I
cool
opened
foil.
it in a Mythic slot, I'm going to go, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And not fucking Comet Storm.
Fucking Entreat the Angels.
Right. I'm not going to do that if I open Garruk Wildspeaker. I'm going to go, oh, sweet, guys.
Yeah.
Sweet. Fucking Garruk Wildspeaker.
Or you get that foil for like $10 after the set comes out.
Right.
It's a great EDH card.
Great EDH card. That's also a theme that we keep hitting too. Great EDH cards.
Why not?
What is Wizards learning? Modern and EDH are what sell cards. Right after that, guys, Worm Coil Engine. Again, artifacts theme, probably going to be in there. Iconic super history card,
Yeah.
probably going to be in there.
It's a big Tron card, too.
Exactly. Modern playable card, gonna be in there.
Printed in
It hits-
Commander only?
Right.
Since its creation?
It really hits all of our checkboxes for what we think this set is gonna be based on our best guesses.
Our last low-end mythic, and this is a spicy meatball.
Spicy meatball!
This is a spicy meatball,
It's a terrible
and
accent.
it's Soren Markov. And you may be like, well, that's kind of heavy on black, but what did we already see? We
Right.
already saw Phyrexian Obliterator.
Right.
I think and we're going to reveal it now, that Mono Black might be an archetype in this format.
Yeah.
It's a deck that, you know, Mono Black control, Mono Black aggro.
Historical value is huge on this. There is still reference to the Black Summer, where that was the deck that
and
was
everyone played Necropotence?
Right,
Is that what it
exactly.
was?
Yes, that was the deck, was Mono Black control. That's why I really think they've really tried to shy away from making Mono Black a possible deck type again. So why not again? When are you going to revisit Phyrexian Mana? When are you going to revisit Mono Black as an actual archetype?
I mean, you have 3
time.
black on Sorin.
This is the set to do it.
4 black on Phyrexian Obliterator.
Right.
If you don't make Mono Black an archetype after like revealing Obliterator,
exactly,
it's going to be
that
kind
means you're
of
just
like
printing Obliterator for fun.
You're just printing Obliterator,
a wasted rare.
Yeah,
it'll be like Grizzlebrand in the last.
It's like great.
I wasn't gonna play Grizzlebrand, but you know it's in the Mythic slot, so we'll draft it, I guess.
Right. It's hard to splash for a card that's 4 black. Let's just say that.
Right. Exactly, and that's why we think
Sorin Markov.
Right. You have waited for it, and now it has arrived. The high-end Mythics.
Number 1, high-end Mythic.
Yes.
Liliana of the Veil.
Ooh, she back.
It's just going to be one of those times where they just go back to back, nuke the price a little bit more. I think it's necessary.
They did back to back to back with Tarmogoyf. Why not make it the same thing with Liliana?
Yeah. The foil, which was like acquirable at like $80, has already jumped back up to like $160, $170.
Right.
The non-foil is like $80 or $90. This is just a little bit high for anybody that's trying to, you know, have 2 in the main or even 2 just in the side.
Right.
It's just a little bit high, and I think that this will be a likely reprint. I'd be very surprised if we don't see her again.
And it fits the mono black thing.
Yeah.
After that, Mox Opal. What deck isn't this played in? Well, a lot of them.
Yeah.
But it is played in a lot of modern decks, okay? It is an expensive card. How much is it right now?
It's like 80 for the non-foil.
Yeah, too much is honestly.
And it's a
the
4 of required. So,
right, exactly. So at the Mythic slot for a money card, it would be real sweet to pull a Mox Opal.
Number 3, man, Karn Liberated. And let's
More
just talk about
value.
Karn
We're
from
about
like
to go to Dominaria. He's been on Dominaria and Mirrodin.
And he's very important to the storyline. I don't keep up with the story, but I know that Karn is a big integral part of it.
And very important to the actual play of the game in Modern.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crazy.
I mean,
he's checking off the boxes.
Yeah, it's a Tron card. It's another high-end, like, it's like $60, $70. So it's not like one of those Mythics that's like, oh my god, you know, it's like extremely expensive. But this is like right under the creme de la creme.
Right.
It's a card that's amazing in EDH. It's probably going to pop up again. We got it at Modern Masters 2015.
Yeah.
The price has steadily climbed since then, and I imagine it's not going to go anywhere if we don't reprint it.
Then we have Cavern of Souls yet again. I mean, the whole theme for the last year in so many releases has been creatures and tribes and tribes and creatures. The deck, I mean, the card is played in modern decks. The card fits with so many sets and products that have come out recently.
We're about to get Jace back, which means control is going to be a thing.
Exactly.
So having Cavern go kind of be like
it's just a really good time for this card to come back at the Mythic slot.
All right, and last but not least, this is going to be kind of a little spicy meatball again. OG Art, Dark Confidant. We just got OG Art, Thoughtseize, and Iconic Masters.
Right.
So Wizards is showing us that they're not afraid to go back to that old art. Like the artist who most recently did the art on the card, that is not sacred.
Right.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
So we may see Dark Confidant come back. It fits like kind of the black theme. It's a cool old card. It's another iconic card. Everyone knows it as Bob.
Yeah.
So we may just see that old Bob pop up in that OG art. That original art.
With the same thing with Meddling Mage. It was created by a winner.
Yeah.
And so it would be cool to see those cards come back. That's a possible cycle. Shadow Mage Infiltrator, Meddling Mage, Snapcaster Mage, Bob.
If we got all of them, that'd be really cool too.
That'd be a sweet little cycle. Guys, thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you spending your time with us. If you liked the video, think about subscribing. Think about clicking like for us. We appreciate it. If you do, we understand. If you don't, no one likes to create an
If you're
account.
already logged in,
Right.
do it.
We don't want you to create an account.
Do
Just
not
watch
create
the
an
video
account.
and enjoy it, but don't create an account. If you already have an account, subscribe or like.
If you want to create an account and you're feeling crazy today, like maybe you've had like 3 beers and you're like, I like these guys, I'm creating an account
Time
for
to
them.
give another website my email.
That's fine.
Right.
Do it then.
Let us know what cards we missed. Let us know in the comments
Please.
below. We'd love to talk to you all about which cards we didn't put on these lists. We did come up with 30. We are going to have an episode coming out once the full spoiler is out that grades ourselves. So look out for us eating shit later in the month.
And guys,
Or year, I guess.
get ready to riot if they print Simic Sky Swallower again.
Dude,
Because I will be in the streets throwing Molotov cocktails at buildings. Like,
not Simic Sky
we
Swallower.
don't need it again!
Not Simic Sky Swallower. Not Simic Sky Swallower.
And no fucking
Not
Comet
Simic
Storm!
Sky Swallower. Not Simic Sky Swallower.
Not Simic Sky Swallower.
I'm tapped out.
Dude, I'm so tapped out. I hope you enjoyed the video and keep it snazzy out there and keep your nose clean, which is an old reference to if you'd been doing cocaine that evening.